5 locations to serve you. Pet Supplies Plus offers locally owned service at nationwide prices. We will meet or beat any locally advertised price. Not only does Pet Supplies Plus have great prices, but we offer the hometown service Wyoming and Kentwood people expect and deserve. Pet Supplies Plus, locally owned service at nationwide prices.
Tailored Building Systems is pleased to underwrite this high school football contest. Tailored Building Systems' multi-talented workforce is ready to fulfill your building needs. Combined with their parent company, Pioneer Incorporated, they can ensure customers the quality they have come to expect from people they have come to trust. With a staff of skilled, registered professionals in project engineering and management, Tailored Building Systems offers quality management services backed by the financial stability and reputation of Pioneer Incorporated. The Construction Management Division remains committed to a teamwork approach of project management and the philosophy of continuous improvement. We are pleased to welcome Pioneer Incorporated and Tailored Building Systems as a partner in supporting student athletes on WKTV. This high school sports telecast is brought to you in part by Michigan Building and Mechanical, who are your home comfort specialists. Michigan Building and Mechanical, with 3 offices in the Grand Rapids area and Byron Center on Plainfield and Broadmoor, are ready to serve you at a moment's notice. We welcome Michigan Building and Mechanical as a partner with WKTV in supporting student athletes in our area. Michigan Building and Mechanical, your home comfort specialists, are proud to underwrite this telecast. This high school sports telecast is brought to you in part by the Pines Golf Course. The Pines Golf Course is on Byron Center Avenue, just north of 52nd Street. They have a full 18-hole course, waiting your league or outing and special events. We welcome Mike Bogart and the Pines Golf Course as a partner in supporting student athletes in Wyoming, Kentwood, and Gaines on WKTV TV 25.
Fine.
High school football at its finest. Playoffs. We're at Everett High School in Lansing, Michigan. I'm Ray Pueller along with Jim Zanko. We got East Kentwood against Holt, one step away from the Silver Dome.
This is it. This is what you work for all year. Just stop and think of all the teams in the state of Michigan right now that are home doing something else. These 2 teams are left. There's 4 left in Division I, and there's 2 of them right here today.
Well, this is the 5th time that we'll have Kentwood on this year, but we haven't seen Holt. But they're very similar, I think.
Yeah, we talked to the coaches. What we're anticipating seeing today is very much a mirror of Kentwood. They're a ball-controlled team. They play very, very good defense. And I looked at the size chart, and they really match up very, very well with the Falcons.
Well, of course, it's a cold day, windy day, but the field's in good condition.
I walked the field, and I checked it out, and I'll say this, these people here in Lansing have done just an outstanding job with this field. Keep in mind, it's November 23rd. Yep. Here it is. We've had snow, we've had rain and everything else. They've got a good turf for both teams.
Well, it's been a great run. We're happy to be here, and we're going to go one more step. We're WKTV supporting student athletes in Kentwood. We'll be right back. Well, we just saw the teams take the field, and oh man, what excitement, huh?
It's electricity. I mean, you could just feel it up here in the press box, down there on the field. Coach Shalita and his staff, they're all bug-eyed. They're ready to go. This is for all the marbles. This team that wins today, whether it's the Holt or whether the Holt Rams or the Kentwood Falcons, next week they'll be playing in the Dome for the state championship.
And that's something. That's great. I'll tell you what, there is a great representation from Kentwood here. The bleachers on our side of the field are full, with the exception of maybe the top corners on each end in the wind. And across the way you can see that Holt's probably about 90% filled over there. So great following of both teams.
When you stop and think about it, here it is, November 23rd, the weekend before Thanksgiving. You have now true football fans. These are the people that are out here ready to come out and sponsor and support their school teams, and they're just excited.
Let's go down to the midfield down there. You see the officials going to indicate the toss of the coin. It was held earlier, but Kentwood won, but we don't know whether they deferred or not. We'll see right now. Okay, we'll get a look at the officials in just a second, but right now let's follow this. As he's indicating, Kentwood won, and they have chosen, let's see, they chose to defer. Okay, so Holt has a choice now of kicking or receiving, and they have chosen to receive. So we have it. Kentwood will kick with the wind, it looks like, from our right to left, Jim. Let's take a look at the official for just a moment here. Dan Covey is the referee. Richard Massa, the umpire. Roel Terrell is the back judge. William Brooks is the linesman, along with Mike Walter. So there's your officiating crew for today. We certainly want to thank the staff here at Lansing Everett High School, just doing a terrific job of hospitality, Class A operation.
All the way from the parking attendants that brought us into the facility to the people up here in the press box, and they're just wonderful, wonderful hosts.
Well, you see there that the weather's not bothering some people, and I assume that that's the Kentwood side. Yes, it is, right down in front of us. And these guys are going to bear it all, so to speak, and stand the cold to just show that, hey, the weather's not going to bother us, guys. But anyway, I want to mention our crew, that we've had good crews all year long, but this is a special crew today who came out and spending their Saturday, folks, to bring you this game. They don't get paid. It's all volunteer. Gary Vandervelde, Lee Rigney, and Jeremy Medendorp are on the cameras. John Fry's on audio. Tim Medendorp is directing, and Davin Harsela is our producer. So thanks, guys. We really appreciate it. Special effort today to bring this back to the fans in Kentwood and Wyoming, and we're just pleased to do it. As I mentioned in our opening, this is the 5th game we've telecast with Kentwood this year, and it's just been a pleasure watching them all year long. They've really they seem to have picked up momentum as they went.
Well, like we talked about before, they're just an excellent team to watch because they're so much fun. They control the ball. They've got a very, very exciting offense. They score a lot of points, and they're a fan favorite. You're going to see a game today that the two teams will be very, very equal in philosophy. And looking at the size, I think it's a good matchup. We're ready for the kickoff, Ray. The ball game is yours. It's the semifinals, Division I. And here we go. And what happens? The ball goes down.
Yeah, Noel Alman will kick off. Back deep for the Rams is number 7, Chris Smith, and number 82. There we go already. We got a number out there that we don't have on our program, or did I read it wrong?
No, you got it right.
Or is it 80? Yeah, it's 82.
It's 82.
And nobody on our program with 82. So, well, we don't know who that is. But at any rate, and the other side looks like, is that number 8? I think it is. It's Steve Florian. But Noel Alman will kick it off if we can keep the ball on the tee.
There is a little bit of a wind coming out of the south looking at the American flag. It's straight out there. There we go.
Good kick. It's going to go way into the end zone.
Pass through the end zone.
It won't run that one back.
Yep.
So Noel kicks it out of the end zone, and the Holt Rams will start off on offense at their 20-yard line. Now they'll set out with Mikhail Eisler at quarterback. They'll have Cole Malatinsky at running back, along with Brian Wunschback at fullback. The flanker will be Chris Smith. The tight end is Derek Vive. The center, Andy Mazirik, is the offensive set. They'll split a man wide right and a man left.
This first series is very important, Ray, as we all know. The kids are excited. They're nervous. You're going to watch here for anything unusual. Kentwood lines up in their normal 4-man front. They're actually in a 4-5.
Count. The give is to Malatinsky. He's up to the 21, and that's it right
Matt
there.
Shalito, number 12, came up right there, that outside linebacker spot, and met him head on. And again, this is what you're looking for. I don't think at this point either team is going to show you anything new. That's what brought them here. They know who brought them to the dance, and they're going to stay with it.
It's going to be intensity and execution right today.
Absolutely.
All it is.
Absolutely.
You don't put new wrinkles into the program at this point in the season, I don't believe.
No.
They flank 2 men wide left now. Looks like looking for a blitz maybe. The give is to the fullback, Brian Munchback.
Number 73 for Kentwood, that's Torrey Hicks. Torrey came across the line of scrimmage, met him head on, and he wasn't about to give up any territory.
So he lost a yard. It's back to the 20. It's going to be 3rd down and 10.
You know, one of the things that you had alluded to earlier, Ray, that we had seen Kentwood play 5 times this year, their defensive backs all average between 5'8" and 5'10", and Holt, their receivers, are equal in size. So this is going to be an interesting matchup all day long.
Split 2 men wide left again. Rolling left, throwing right, looking down the sidelines. It's going to be overthrown, incomplete, and the Holt Rams are going to have to punt on their opening possession. It's 3 and out. So the Kentwood Rams, the Falcons, make a statement on defense right up front.
Yep. Coach Hoagland, his defensive crew is excited. They all coming off the field. And right now, it's going to be Kentwood's chance to return the ball. And now we're going to punt this ball into the wind.
Yep.
Looking at this wind, this wind's picking up with some velocity.
Chris Mays is the kicker. Corey Sanders is back for the Falcons, back at midfield to take this punt. Low kick off the side of his foot. Oh, it's going to be great field position for the Falcons. It's going to be blown dead right at the 45-yard line of the Rams. So the Kentwood Falcons will take over at the Rams 45.
Well, that was the first series for Holt. We saw 2 running plays, 1 pass, and actually they lost a yard in the 3 plays. Now Kentwood has the ball. They've got excellent field position. And again, just like we've seen so often with them, they have so many offensive weapons. We're going to see how Holt lines up. Right now, Holt's lining up in a 5-man front. Actually, a 6-man line. 6-man line.
Okay, you've got Alman, Foster, and Hinton in the backfield along with Saunders. Give up the middle. No, Saunders keeping, coming left side. Oh, he's going to be dropped way back at his own 45, a loss of about 10 yards.
Number 51, Mike Adams for Holt, saw that play. He was ready for it, came from his right side and met Corey head on. Actually, he lost, what is that? All
10.
But
He lost
10 yards. 10 yards.
It'll be 2nd down and 20. Mark it at their 45. So both defenses kind of have the advantage right here at the opening gun. The Holt fans excited about that as they had poor field position on the punt. So Hinton, Alman, and Foster in the backfield. Saunders calling the signals. Give up the middle to Alman. He's going to break it all the way.
Second play, all the way.
55-yard run. Noel Alman. We've seen that before this year.
We have seen it, I'll tell you. You just watch him right there. And if we get a replay on that, let's see here at the line of, look at right here at the line of scrimmage. There's 3 guys that got a chance at him. Look at it right here now. You see him come through. There's 1,
he breaks a
2,
tackle.
and there's 3. Breaks it right there.
And a good block downfield there by
block
number
there.
85, Tom Slager.
Yep.
Did a great job. So now they'll go for 2, and they'll run it. They don't kick it. So with 9:39 on the clock in the first period, Kentwood off to a fine start here on offense after they were thrown for a loss of 10 yards. Noel Alman goes 55 yards.
I'm looking at the stat sheet that was given to us by the statisticians for Kentwood. Noel coming into this ball game had 2,356 yards, and what'd you say he just picked up?
55.
55, so that gets him over 2,400.
Now here's an odd stat.
Yeah.
It's a 45-yard drive, but he had a 55-yard run.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
It started on the 45-yard line of the Holt Rams, and they lost 10, and then he ran for 55.
Yep.
So Corey Sanders, the quarterback now. Left side. Ron Burns, I believe it is. He's in.
Yes, it is.
Ronald Burns is in for the score, and it's 8-0 in favor of the Falcons of East Kentwood with 9:39 to go. Let's take a break for a public service announcement. We're WKTV TV 25.
Every day on the set, we get to portray heroes.
But the men and women of the Naval Reserve are real-life neighbors, our friends.
They're out there every day, making a difference.
Sometimes even putting themselves in harm's way to keep our nation safe.
Making a difference.
That's what real heroes do.
Find out how you can make a difference by joining the Naval Reserve.
Call 1-800-USA-USNR.
The United States Naval Reserve. Stay strong.
Well, back here at Everett High School in Lansing, Kentwood Falcons will kick off one more time with 9:39 to go as they held the Holt Rams to 3 and out. You had good field position, lost 10 yards, and then Noel Alman ran 55 yards for the score. And Mr. Ron Burns ran it in for the 2-point conversion. Once again, a long kick. They're going to let it go out of the end zone.
And Noel kicked that one out of the end zone.
So that's twice now. He's had the wind at his back, and it's a
nice
pretty
wind.
good wind, but he is a good kicker. Don't take that away from him because
Nope.
just because of the wind, because he can kick the football, believe me. He's a good athlete. So now we'll set it once again for the Holt Rams. It'll be Mikal Eisler as quarterback, Brian Munchback as a fullback. Now they split number 7. That's Chris Smith out wide to the left.
It'll be interesting to see here, Ray, if Holt stays with their ground game, being the fact that they're automatically now down 8-0. Sure enough.
Yep, give to the other side, 24. Yep. That's Cole Malatinsky. He's got about 7 or 8. He's up
he was
to
brought
about
down by Tremaine Rembert. Did an excellent job over there. Look at it as they're going around their left side.
Well, you mentioned Tremaine Rembert. Yep. Of course, we had Keenan Rembert on the basketball team. Sister
yep.
going to Cleveland State, I believe it is.
That's what I hear,
just
right.
a wonderful basketball player. And unfortunately, Kentwood, I believe last night, got beat in the finals of the basketball, right?
By 1 point.
By 1 point,
yep.
So it's tough. But second down and about 4. Again, left side, but he stopped.
Yeah, but he stopped
That's
right there at the line of scrimmage.
Malatinsky again. Malatinsky gets up to about the 28, so give him a yard, but that's it. It's going to be 3rd down and 2.
Matt Shalito at his inside linebacker spot came over there and met him head on and stopped him right there. So here's the first big play for Holt. They are right now marching down, and they need 3rd and about 2.
Again, they split Smith out wide to left, the I formation. A man in a slot. I have to get that number. I don't have it. At any rate, Eisler is the quarterback to pitch. Coming this way. He stopped.
In fact, he lost yardage.
The fullback, Munchback,
yep.
is stopped in the backfield.
By number 50.
20.
Shady Karadish.
Okay, that was number 20, Ryan
Look at
Doss.
right here now. Watch here. They're going to try to pitch and go around their right end. Shady Karadish comes all the way down the line of scrimmage, meets them head on in the backfield, and they lose. Actually, they lost almost 2 yards.
So again, it's going to be 3 and out for the Holt Rams. Back to punt. Smith. A little better kick. It's going to probably take a Ram bounce and roll. It's going to roll all the way down to about the 40-yard line of the East Kentwood
yep.
Falcons. So they'll take over from there, but not bad field position. 40-yard line. The Falcons take over. They lead 8-0. Jim, put number 20, Ryan Doss, in your backfield for the Holt Rams. He's in there on your position chart. He was the last man to carry the ball there where the Falcons got him behind the line of scrimmage. So once again now, Corey Sanders will bring his team up the line, and he'll have Alman, Foster, and Hinton in that backfield.
I'm sure right now the Holt coaches are very concerned about what is happening to not only their offensive game plan, but they're going to see right here concerning their defense.
Alman straight up the middle again. He's got the first down. He's into Ram territory at about the 46-yard line.
He was brought down by Matt Brady, who inside linebacker.
Take a look at it one more time. Noel Alman picks up about 11 yards. Well, more than that, about 13. So he's got about almost 70 yards already in this ball game, Jim.
Yep. You know, right now, this offensive line for East Kentwood High School, when you stop and think about it, these kids are opening up all kinds of holes for them. And in turn, Shady Karadish, Rick Teitman, Matt Cableman, all these kids are just opening up holes right there.
Hinton right side gets back to line of scrimmage, and that's about all. Kyle got back there, maybe loss of about a foot, but it's going to be 2nd down. We'll call it 11.
Matt Masaryk met him there at the line of scrimmage, number 50.
Ball's at the 47-yard line. Clock running with 7 minutes now, with the Falcons leading 8-0. Ron Burns comes in now as Kyle Hinton goes out.
I'm not sure in just 1 week of preparation what Holt could do to match up for the Kentwood speed and their certainly this very, very intriguing offense formations that they line up with.
Up the middle again, Alman. Gonna break it again.
There it is, number 7, chasing him.
He's gonna go all the way again. Noel Oman, 46 yards.
Watch this now. Watch this play. Here it is now. Noel is the first man coming through, coming right over left tackle. See it right here? Here he's coming right through one, right over there.
Well,
Justin Berry, the center, Shady Kurdish, and Rick Teitman, these three right up front are just opening up holes, and Holt really is not used to this kind of offensive formation.
I just hope that there's some people from a university just a few miles east of here that are watching this football game today, because I sure would like to see this guy run for my alma mater.
But just keep in mind, he's only a junior.
Yeah, well, he's going to be good next year, too. There he is for
There
the
he is
extra
again.
point. He's got it.
Yep.
16-0 in favor of the Falcons with only 6:29 to go in the first period, making a statement here on offense. We'll be right back
very quickly.
right after this message. We're WKTV TV 25.
Guys, stay eligible for student loans, job training, and government jobs. Register with Selective Service when you turn 18. Your future is riding on it.
Jim, we're seeing an inspired football performance here in this first few minutes with less than 6 minutes gone in the ball game. It's 16-0 in favor of Kentwood. Just a great performance on defense and offense. 3 and out both times on for the Rams, and then scoring.
It was very interesting at that timeout. Coach Smith for Holt pulled his kids together, got in the middle of the huddle and just talked to them and just trying to calm everybody down. They're almost in a state of shock.
Well, they're a good football team. They'll go into the end zone again.
Yep.
So they'll bring it out to the 20.
Well, let's see. Noel has carried the ball 3 times. He scored 2 touchdowns.
And he's got 101 yards.
And he's kicked the ball 3 times. 2 of them have been out of the end zone, and 1 was in the end zone.
Yep.
I think that's a pretty good start.
Mm-hmm. Okay, they'll mark it at the 20. Once again, it's Mikhail Eisler is the quarterback. The center is Andy Mazarek.
Yep. Now we're going to see whether or not Coach Smith can stay in his game plan or if he's going to have to put this ball in the air.
Chris Smith split wide right. Dropping back to throw, looking. He's got Smith there on the left side up to 30 for the first down. Knocked out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. Mark at the 36.
And he was brought down by number 22. That's Nathan Reed.
He had a lot of room there. Kentwood was giving him plenty of room on that pass play.
Well, with the score 16-0, you certainly don't want to give him a cheap one.
No.
You want to play him tight, but still yet you don't want to let him break one on you.
No, get them back in the.
Yep.
Give them the momentum back.
That's right.
So it's 1st and 10, mark it at let's call it the 35 because it's closer to 35. Now they got the wishbone, looks like, running from the fullback. Right there is number 20. They give to number 45.
Oh, he fumbled. He fumbled.
And picked up
number
by
5.
Foster. And he's going to run it in.
All the way in.
Oh, man.
Number 5, Michael Eisler, had the ball, hit at the line of scrimmage. He was just hit head on. That ball popped out, and number 5 for Kentwood picked the ball up. That's Eric Foster, and he went, what did he go there, Ray?
30 yards.
30 yards.
Yep. Fumble recovery. 30 yards by Eric Foster. Boy, I'll tell you, it's 23-0, 22-0 rather, right here. And they're going to go for 2 again. You talk about a determined bunch of young men.
They came off that bus ready to play.
Boy, they
no
sure
question.
did. Noel, Hinton, Foster, the backfield.
And Noel's back in for 2.
Good. The score, 24-0, 6:13 remaining in the first period. We'll be right back right after this message. We're WKTV, TV 25.
dugout.
You know, Ray, I want to interrupt you a minute. I just looked down the press box here, and the coaches for potentially the opponent for East Kentwood next week is sitting down two boxes down from us, and they're scratching their heads. There's 3 coaches down there looking at each other, trying to figure out exactly what in the world's going on here.
Well, Noel Alman will kick off for the 5th time in this ball game, and we played less than 6 minutes.
And the score is 24-0.
Once again, a long kick way out of the end zone. And again, they'll start at their 20. I don't even have to change my chart.
No.
My notes, it started at the 20
There
every
we go
time.
again. Now, of course, the thing that Coach Shalito has to do, he's got to make sure that his kids don't have a letdown and allow a cheap one in.
Right. And on the other side, your coach is saying, come on, guys, get a couple first downs, move the ball. We're not out of it. We got a lot of time left. We've only played 6 minutes. So
just chip away at it.
That's
Take
right.
One at a time.
24, Cole Maltinsky is one of the running backs. Have to get the other one. It's 26, I believe, 45. Okay. To put him on our chart.
Yep. He's met there at the line of scrimmage and actually brought down by, let's see, who was it?
See who
number
got
12.
That. Number 45.
Matt
That's
Shalito again came in there.
Kevin Allen. So
45 comes right off there, right tackle. And Matt meets him. That's, number 28, excuse me. Number 28, that's Dan Reynolds.
So now we split the man wide to the left. And we've got Smith split wide right. I formation. Eisler. Faking. Play action.
Roll out
Looking.
to his
He's going to
left.
run it himself. He's got some room. He's got the first down up to about the 31, 32-yard line.
Number 28, Brian Munchbach, came out there and threw a very, very good block. Look at this block that Brian threw. I believe it was on number 25 for Kentwood. That had been Justin Leak. Watch this block right there. You see it? See how he took him out of there? Real nice.
So they got a first down at the 32. Their second first down, I believe it was. Did they have one or not? No, they went 3 and out each time. Their first down. They had a pass play.
Yeah, he had that one pass. Yep.
The second first down of the night, or the afternoon, I should say. Trips right now, and he's going to run it.
Going to run.
And he'll get about 2 yards, 3 yards, and that's about it.
He's just met by a host, number 65 for Kentwood, number 22, and down on the bottom is number 5, Eric Foster. He's coming right around this right side.
He did pick up about 3. It's going to be second down and 7. See right there, he's
coming over there. There he is, met.
Good hit. Second 7. The Falcons right here would like to hold him and make him go 3rd and long. Now we got 84 split wide out. In his number, that's Ben Siebert. Eisler throwing quickly out to Siebert. He's got the first down, turns the corner. He's all the way into Falcon territory and going to be marked out of bounds at the 41-yard line of the Falcons.
You see what they're doing now. What they're doing is they're trying to single him out there over on the left side. They've really got 4 men over there. You'll see it right there, 1, 2, 3, 4. And there he gives a quick pass. Now he's got 3 men blocking for him right up there in front. And Kentwood didn't shift over fast enough to react to it. Good play by the Holt Rams.
So the first time today they are in Kentwood territory.
Right.
Derek Vive is split wide left with, looks like Siebert in the slot to give. It's to number 20, that's Ryan Doss.
Oh, nice play by number 22. But if we got a replay, and I want you to see this block that number 7 for Holt comes across there. Chris Smith, watch Chris Smith here, Ray. You're going to see him coming there, and he comes right down the line of scrimmage. Now watch this block. If we can see it there. There it is right there. Oh, you just saw it.
Yep.
Nice tackle there by number 22 for Kentwood. That's Nathan Reed.
Looked like a little bit of a trap blocker.
Yep.
Crackback there.
Crackback. Very nicely done.
Legal within the line of scrimmage there.
Nicely done.
Again, split wide left is Derek Vive, along with Chris Smith. So both wide receivers left with a man in the slot is Ben Siebert. Quarterback rolling left. He's got his man open.
Oh, and then he drops it.
Oh, it's right into his gut, and he dropped it.
There's another example of where number 3 for Holt, that's Derek Vive, ready to run with the ball before he even caught the ball. You know this is a good Holt team. You know they wouldn't be here, Ray, if they weren't a good team.
No, you don't get this
so,
far. Without,
you know, you're
right.
one of 4 left in Division One. So they're certainly they were stunned by Kentwood. I think it looks like now they're getting their composure back. Number 5 for Holt, Michael Eisler, is getting his composure. He's understanding now what he's got to do.
On the shotgun, 3rd down and about 7. Eisler rolling left.
Look at 12.
Cholito's putting pressure on him. Eisler's going, but he's not going to make it. He's going to get down to the 34-yard line. It's going to be 4th down, but it's probably 4-down territory for him, trailing 24-0, Jim.
Absolutely. Matt did a nice job. Matt came across the line of scrimmage, drove him back to the inside so that he couldn't get to the outside. Did a nice job there.
Well, they started this drive on their own 20, so they have been able to sustain something here now for the first time this afternoon. And with 3 minutes to go in the first period, they're going to go for it.
You hear the Kentwood fans. They're all on their feet, yelling and screaming. They're ready to go. They want to go to Pontiac, to the Silverdome next week.
Well, and the same feeling across the way as the Holt fans come to their feet now. The key down here. Trips right from the shotgun. Eisler rolling right, looking. Throwing down. No, intercepted. Shalito with the interception. Matt Shalito down on the 22-yard line.
He came right across, and just like they did before, they had trips right. He rolled out to his right. He had everybody isolated over there, and again, it was 4-on-3, and he threw the ball into the middle of the field, and Matt took the ball and intercepted it.
It's quite obvious that he wants to roll right or left and not stay in the pocket.
That's correct. Yeah, he's a roller, run-around quarterback. He's not somebody who's going to stand still. So Kentwood now gets the ball on their 22-yard line.
Oh, 1st and 10 at the 22. Once again, Foster, Hinton, and Elmont in the backfield with Corey Sanders, the quarterback. Up the middle.
Yep. Noel's right up there.
He's got about 4 or 5. Let's call it, maybe 3. They're going to mark it at the 25. So let's go 2nd 7, Jim.
You know, again, I want to say, you can't say enough about this offensive line for the Kentwood Falcons. Number 51, Justin Berry. Number 58, Rick Teitman. Ryan Vandermeer, number 79. Shady Kardash, number 50. And Matt Cableman, number 68. Those kids all year long have really, really hung together. Just done an outstanding job blocking in the front of that line.
They've been great right from day one. Oh, offside. Let's see who drew who or what. I think it was Holt that jumped, but I'm not going to.
Number 64 really came across. Let's take a look at this replay here. What they probably did is change up on the cadence. Watch, it comes right across the line of scrimmage.
I didn't see anybody move.
No, it's strictly against Holt.
But
that's the first penalty. 1 minute and 52 seconds left to go in the first half, and we got our first penalty.
Justin Berry took a pretty good hit on that.
Oh, yes. We'll see what Justin does here now.
Yeah, he'll get him back. Don't worry. He'll have his say before the day is over.
Number 72 there, that's Steve Scavarda. Came right across the line of scrimmage and made his presence be known.
So 2nd down and about a long 2 now. Make it 3, rather. And again they jump.
Yep.
He's doing something with the cadence that's throwing him off. No doubt about it. So they got to make an adjustment.
And there it was. It was the defensive left end for the Rams.
So they're going to get a 1st down and mark it at the 35-yard line. So they started at their own 22 and got 1st and 10.
You know, just a real quick observation here, Ray. It's very evident that Kentwood has a greater degree of composure than Holt. Holt right now is getting frustrated, and they're simply not playing the type of football that they're capable of doing.
That's Eric Foster, and he's got a chance to break it. Stiff arms all the way down to the 23-yard line. Eric Foster.
Number 7, Chris Smith saved the touchdown. Here we come. Now watch this right here. Here's Eric right here. Handoff. He gets through the line of scrimmage. They were in an 8-man line. He came down there. Number 7, he straight arms him. And then number 7 for Holt, as Chris Smith gets some more help to bring him down.
You cannot key on any single back in
and
this offense.
And there Holt went into a 7-man line or
Yeah,
8-man
they were.
line. Look at now, there they are. They're in a 7-man line
And once
now.
you punch through there, you got the running room.
Right. And there's Noel
There's
right there.
Noel. He's going to go in for the
Yeah.
touchdown.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a late hit. That
Number-
should be a flag.
number 50.
He was 5 yards into the end zone before
Now
it was hit
frustration's
from the
now
back.
starting to show
Yeah, it
now.
is.
Yeah, that's too bad. Frustration starting to come out. Watch this play right here. They were in a 7-man line. He came by there. Number 7 tried to catch him. And look at number 50 hit him from behind. That's too bad. The officials, you got to watch that because the situation like this, very easily this game can get out of control. And of course, from Kentwood's standpoint, they don't want anybody hurt.
No.
Because it's very evident.
You got a week to go if you win this. You know?
Well, I think it's a pretty good shot who's going to win it. And the control right now is in the hands of the officials.
Try for the extra point.
All right, that was Noel.
No good.
Nope.
Well, the referee's giving a warning there, but why don't he throw the flag?
Yeah, number 99.
I
he
mean,
hit number 3.
He hit Corey Saunders.
Corey
late.
Saunders from behind. But did you see what Corey did? Corey went up and patted him on the back, and he's not about to get involved in any of that.
Well, there's 49 seconds to go in the first period. And, folks, believe it or not, the score is Kentwood 30, Holt nothing. We'll be right back.
The only difference between a grape and a raisin is time spent in the sun. Ever wonder what the sun is doing to you?
Here, Ray, you and I were talking. And I think we both were of the same opinion of the information that we had at hand. Thank you. That this game was going to be somewhat of a low-scoring ball game. Because both teams were very similar in offense as well as they matched up fairly well.
Yeah, it wasn't going to be a big passing game of throwing the ball a lot.
Or a lot of points scored.
No, but
How was
very surprising.
How was 30-0?
Yeah. Well, another kick taken at the goal line. Run out.
Number 7.
Yep. He gets up to about the 23-24.
Yep.
That's Chris Smith running that one back. So with 42 seconds remaining, the Holt Rams will take over one more time. And this time, let's mark our chart. Let's see where they mark it. Looks like the 24, right? Yep, 24-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Rams. Mikael Eisler, the quarterback. And let's see who he's got in there now. He's bringing Smith wide right along with Vive and Siebert.
He's got 42 seconds left in the first quarter.
Looking, quarterback keeper. Going left side, he's got a couple yards up to about the, well, let's mark it to 27 or 28. So he's got about 4.
He was brought down by number 50. That's Shady Karadish again.
So it'll be second down. Let's call it 7.
You know, now from a coaching perspective, what the coach from Holt has to do is he's got to keep his kids together. He's got to make sure that this game doesn't totally get out of hand from the standpoint of injuries on either side, and keep the personalities of the kids intact. Don't let it get out of hand.
Well, we've played one quarter here at Everett High School in Lansing, and the score is the Kentwood Falcons 30, the Holt Rams nothing. We'll be right back right after this message of importance. We're WKTV, TV 25. We're your high school sports channel.
Activities today seem to leave out the activity part. New research tells us that just getting children to walk an extra 35 minutes a day could spare them the pain of thinning bones later in life. Encourage your kids to get up, get out, and get moving.
Hello. Hey, Grandma, how about another grape soda?
For more advice on how kids can build strong bones, visit AAOS.org, a public service message from the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons.
Well, we can start the second period. It'll be 2nd down and 7. Mark the ball on the 27-yard line of Holt.
You know, we were talking earlier in the first quarter there about the concerns that the coaches from Holt have. Let's now flip the coin and let's take a look at the coaches from Kentwood. Some of the concerns that they've got to do is they've got to make sure that their kids stay competitive.
Yep.
They also have to make sure that some of their key personnel don't get injured. In a game like this, that could happen very easily, and you got another problem to contend with.
You got to maintain that intensity
Yep.
as long as possible. I mean, there's going to be a tendency maybe to let up slightly, but so second down, and it looks about 7. As you see, Mikael Eisler is the quarterback.
They now have the wind at their back, so that we'll see how that affects them.
In the shotgun, he's going to take the direct snap. He stays in the pocket this time, throwing over the center. He's got his man open, and he's got him. That's number 7. That's Chris Smith, and he's into Falcon territory at the 45-yard line.
There's a good example right there, Ray, of number 20, Tremaine Rembert, had a clean shot at him and simply missed him. Now here's where John's got to get himself concerned over the fact that these kids are not going to become too complacent. They've got to keep their intensity up, and they've got to stay on the ball, stay focused.
Derek Vive splits wide left along with Ben Siebert, and Chris Smith will trips left with the man split wide right. Eisler will take the direct snap again, standing back there. Oh, he threw it to Smith, but Smith was not looking for it. He was turned around.
And all of a sudden now the sun has broken through the clouds, so now the sun is shining down there, and we looking right up into the sun as they're looking for those balls to come down.
Beautiful day here. It's a little cool and windy, but the field's in good shape.
Well, field is in great shape.
The Lansing Everett crew just doing a great job here with this facility.
For this being the end of the season and for all the games being played on this field, I walked that field, Ray, and it's absolutely in excellent shape.
Quarterback keeper going right up the middle. He got to the 41. And it's going to be, well, we got a flag. We'll wait and see now.
Number 12, Matt Shalito came in there and met him head on. Good head-on tackle.
Let's see what the call is. Referee Dan Covey coming over, going to give us a signal. Face mask.
Face mask.
So it's a dead ball after the play, so it's going to tack on.
Those are the kind of mistakes right now that Coach Shalito and his staff do not want to see the Falcons make. You don't want to give them any more opportunities, and you certainly don't want to give them any more yardage.
It was not a flagrant, so it's only 5 yards. They mark it down to the, well, let's call it the 35. They only got to get about a foot for the first down. Mikael Eisler coming in with a play from the sidelines. He's going to send Derek Vive out wide to the left. Again, trips left, same 3. Smith, Siebert, Vive to the left. In the slot is Cole Maltinsky. Rolling left, looking, throwing. He's got the man. Oh, intercepted! Intercepted at the 22-yard line and brought back to the 33.
That's Justin Leak. Justin Leak, number 25. Justin, for you Kentwood fans, of course, I know you remember back many, many years ago. That's the son of Brian Leak. Brian Leak was an outstanding defensive halfback for the East Kentwood Falcons. And, in fact, I saw Brian in the stands. He's very proud of his son, Justin, and he's just very excited to be here watching the kids play. So Justin is picking up in the footsteps of his father.
So Kentwood will take over at their own 31-yard line.
That was a really a very, very tragic thing for the Colt Rams as they were moving the ball.
Yes, they were.
And all of a sudden they get an interception. Good thing for the Falcons.
Up the middle.
Yep.
Gain of about 4 to the 35, just over the 35. Let's call it second down and 6. That was Noel Alman.
I think what's happening, Ray, I think down there, Corey, is changing the cadence. You notice how they're kind of just, the Holt Rams aren't really set. They're kind of rocking in their stances there. They're not sure when that ball's going to be snapped. Kind of watch this.
See if I can pick it up here. Burns. He's going to break it left side. He's into Ram territory all the way down to the 40.
Brought down by number 24. That's Cole Maltinsky. again, Coach Alito has so many offensive weapons back there. He comes out, number 23 comes out, Ron Burns. And, I mean, it's just one back after another.
You got Hinton, Noel, Almon, Foster, Burns, any one of them. You look at the yardage, and then Saunders himself is a good runner. We looked it up. What is it, 3,500 yards this year they've got between the four of them, or over 4,000?
Over 4,000 for all four of them.
That's Hinton.
That's Hinton.
Right side. He's down to about the 31.
And that's number 50, Matt Masaryk, is coming over there, and he's trying to ride him down.
Now watch Corey Sanders on this one. He draws a man way out with a fake.
Yeah, watch this.
You see the fake.
Ball snap, one man, two man. Now here comes Corey all the way around the right side. And in the meantime, he's running the ball up the middle.
So 2nd down and 1. Coaches love that, 2nd and 1. That's an offensive coordinator's dream, isn't it?
There's a timeout on the field, equipment timeout.
Yeah, we had a little shoestring problem there. Get around the post here, Jim.
Yeah, 9 minutes and less than 9 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the half here. And Kentwood Falcons are marching.
Up the middle. Got the first down inside the 20 to about the 19.
That was Noel.
So 1st and 10 for the Falcons. Mark it at the 19. Started on their own 31 after the pass interception. Clock running, 9 minutes to go in the first half. 30-0, folks. You heard it right, 30
to nothing.
Saunders. Keeper coming right side. Some running room. Going to go out of bounds. There's a flag thrown. I think that may be come back a little bit. I don't know. There's a block in the back or illegal block.
I don't think so. I think it was really a legal block. I think there was something else that went on afterward.
So we'll see what the call is. Referee pushing in the back, blocking the back. So that's going to come back. And they gave a nice run by Corey Saunders. He did a good job of hiding that on his hip as he normally does.
I don't know if we got a replay on that or not. Let's take a look at that if we can. No, we didn't get a replay. Okay. I didn't really see where the penalty came in. I saw the block, but I thought it was a pretty good block. Well, we're back.
It's going to be first down. Yep. He had gotten the first down. I don't understand.
There's the first time out of the.
So Holt takes the timeout there first of the first half. And we'll take a break for a public service announcement. Remind you, we are WKTV. We're supporting student athletes in Wyoming, Kentwood, and Gaines. We'll be right back.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine.
In these turbulent times, let us not erode the liberties our country was built on.
Let it shine.
Well, the penalty was from the spot of the foul, and it brings it right back to the original line of scrimmage, or just maybe a hair short of it, longer, at the 29-yard line. So it's 1st and 10 again. So 8:43 remaining in the first half. Corey Sanders.
Holt's back in that 5-man or 6-man line. Actually, it's a 6-2-3.
Burns in there now. Yep. Give up the middle. Almon reads the block. Guess what?
Another touchdown.
Touchdown.
Oh, I tell you, he came off of that block. He came off of that block of, what is that, number 85 down there? Do we have, look at this. Look at number 85. Tom Slager. Watch Tom Slager, folks, on this. He just stays right there, and Noel just rides right there on his backside. Look at this block right there. Beautiful block. Tom Slager threw a great block. Noel cut off of it. What a great teamwork together there.
Well, 21-yard run by Noel Alman. It's 36-0. Up the middle. Did he get it? No, Saunders has it. Keeping it. Now he's throwing it in the end zone to Foster. He's got it.
Right
Good.
there.
Eric Foster on the receiving end. Corey held that long enough. And Eric kept moving and got open.
Yep, stayed right with him. Score is 38-0 with 8:34.
Let's take a break. 8:34 to go. 38-0 Kentwood. We'll be right back.
Fernandez, congratulations! You just won the grand prize in the Selective Service Sweepstakes. Just for registering with Selective Service, you hit the jackpot. You can now get college loans, government jobs, and job training. All for filling out that little registration card at the post office. Men must register with Selective Service when they turn 18. Go to sss.gov or the post office.
It's the law.
Well, back here at Everett High School, as Noel Alman scored his 4th touchdown of the day, and he has, 143 yards.
Yeah,
just
143,
in
145, just in his touchdown runs, not his first downs or anything else.
And now he's going to kick off into the win, so we'll get a feel here of how he can do. He's been kicking everything in the end zone with the win, and sun shining brightly.
Beautiful day.
Good kick. Look at this. All the way down to the 5, or the 10 rather. On the side. Oh, he's got some running room.
Number 7.
That's him. That's Chris Smith.
And he was brought down by number 3. That's Corey Saunders.
So a good run back by Chris Smith.
Do we have a replay on that, fellas?
He took it at his own 10.
All right, let's see this replay. Watch how they set everything up on their right side of the field.
Excellent execution of a kickoff return.
They come right there. Now everybody goes to the right. Look how that wedge forms. Then he breaks right off the right side of it. Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Blocking was very good on the first wave. Corey Saunders saved the touchdown.
Yep. So now the Holt Rams will take over. Mikkel Eisler. Best field position they've had today at the 32-yard line. Give on the inside handoff to Cole Maltinsky. He gets a couple down to the 37.
Eric Foster brought him down.
35. They started at 37.
Yep.
Down to the 35. I'll get it right. Just give me time, folks.
Eric Foster brought him down and met him head on.
2nd down 9. 38-0 with 7:54 remaining. One man split wide left. Man in the slot. Come this side. That's Cole Maltinsky. He gets down to the 31. Gain of about 4.
Number 12, Matt Shalito took care of him at the line of scrimmage. One of the things that we're going to notice right now, Ray, is you're going to see where Holt, what do they do now? The score's 38-0. You're midway through the second quarter. How do you play it from here on in? You know, can you stay with your running game, or do you have to now put the ball in the air and try to get some kind of a score before half?
Well, they moved the ball last series with a number of pass plays.
Yep, but they can't. I mean, they've got to try to score so they don't go into halftime without a score on the board. Oh, he's met head on. He's met head on by number 50.
That's Ryan Boss.
Shady Karadash came right in there. No, Shady. Shady was ready to meet him right at the line of scrimmage, and he wasn't going to go any further than that. Watch Shady Karadash, number 50. He comes right there, and he just straightens him right up. There it is. What a hit. What a hit.
So 4th down and 4.
So you're right back at it again now, Ray.
Yep.
What do you do? You know, how do you?
Obviously, you go for it.
Well,
but what do you do?
absolutely,
Do you throw it or run? You haven't been successful running. I say you got to put it in the air.
You put it in the air, and then of course they've got to get it. They've got to keep the drive going because they have to try to get a score.
2 men flanked wide right. Well, they put Smith in the slot now, right?
Kentwood now is in the 3-man line. They're in a 3-man line.
Looking, throwing out in the flat, overthrown.
Yeah,
just overthrown.
Yep.
No good. So the Falcons will take over at their own 30-yard line.
You know, you have to really look at this whole first half here and you have to just say to yourself, the Holt Rams got here because they're a good football team. And they're a fundamentally sound football team. But Kentwood has so well dominated this first half, score being 38-0, Ray. What do you do from a coaching perspective?
Well, from Kentwood standpoint, you go in at halftime, you tell your kids the score's 0-0.
That's right.
You come out and play the game the same way as where you started it.
There you go. There you go. But in reality, you and I both know that you're dealing with high school kids, and that's sometimes easier said than done.
Well, they got a coaching staff can handle that.
Yes.
You know that.
Yep.
John Salito's not going to, Shillito's not going to let him get complacent here.
No, and John's been here before. He's taken Orchard View, he's taken Comstock Park through the state tournament trials and tribulations, so he knows how to prepare this team.
Corey Sanders, the quarterback. Give us Dalman.
Right up the middle.
Left side, off left guard. Got about 8 or 9 up to the 39-yard line.
1, 2, 3, 4 guys piling off. Took 4 guys to bring him down. Number 50 for Holt Rams was the last one, Matt Mazarek.
Second down, 1. Make it 2. It's a long one. Foster comes back out as Ron Burns goes in. So we've got Burns, Oman, and Hinton in the backfield with Saunders now. That's Burns. He's tripped up right at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get the first down.
Nope.
It's going to be 3rd down and a half a yard or so.
That was a good tackle by number 6. That's Chris Mays coming up there, catching him behind the line of scrimmage.
So 3rd and 1. Now Foster comes back in as Burns comes out, carries the play in to Corey Sanders. Justin Berry will lead him up to the line of scrimmage. Now they got a bunch of them up on the line again. They got to be careful if they pop it through.
It's an 8-man line. Oh, there it is.
There it is.
Number 58 for Kentwood moved.
So that's going to cost him.
Rick Teitman. That's really the first mistake that Kentwood has made in this whole half.
Yep, first procedure penalty. And defensive man was smart enough to come right across and make contact right away. Of course, he wouldn't have had to, but did. 3rd down and 5 now for the Falcons. Their
see
first
right
penalty
here
of the day.
They changed at cadence, and Rick just simply moved. There he is right there, see? Once you pick that hand up as an offensive lineman, then that's an illegal procedure penalty.
Saunders on the hip, keeper coming this side. Got the first down. He's got a block in front of him. There was a face mask. The fans thought that he had a hold of it, then he let go of it. So they didn't call it, but he's got the first down up to the 44-yard line.
Number 59. Yep, you'll see the face mask right here. You watch this as he comes around here.
Corey does a good job of putting that ball on his hip and bringing it around.
Here he comes right here. Now watch. See, there it is right there. See it? He comes right there and then brings him down. Number 59 for Kentwood is leading the way. That's Justin Pollock. He's out there throwing that block. Very, very nice.
45-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Falcons. 4:29 remaining first half. 38-0 Falcons. Up the middle, Noel Alman, watch out. Got the first down to about the 35-yard line.
TJ Majesic for Holt brought him down or made the initial contact, and then his teammates came along to give him a break. But I'm going to tell you something right now. One of the things that's starting to happen from this observation
the officials
point,
have got to take control of this ball game.
Yeah,
there's too much extracurricular.
There you go.
Going.
They're letting too many things happen here,
and it's going
and I'm concerned that somebody from Kentwood's going to get hurt.
It's going to boil up. Well, either side.
Yeah,
it's going to boil over.
Right now, the aggressor ones are coming from the Holt.
So 1st and 10. Hinton, right side's got a yard or two, and that's about it.
Brought down by number 1 again. That's TJ Majesic.
So Kyle gets a couple.
You know, from an officiating standpoint, having been there, I'm sure the officials probably feel that they're going to try to equalize some things out here. But still, that's not their job. Their job is to call the game as it's being played out there.
And you want to let the game play itself out, but you have to control it.
You must have control. Absolutely.
2nd down and 8.
There goes Noel.
Oh,
right off of
Chow.
44. Look
goes
at the
again.
block right there. Beautiful.
There he
The
goes
official
again.
went down.
In
The
for-
official went down. Official got hurt. The umpire got hurt. He got hit on the blocks. Watch this on the replay, Ray. The umpire, now watch this if we can get it. Let's see if we can get this picture here. He comes right across here. There it is right there. He actually got run over by a Holt lineman. Holt lineman coming across there, ran into the umpire, and of course the umpire is the one that stands behind the defensive line, and knocked him down, which is too bad.
Well, it's 44-0 now in favor of the Falcons, and we've got the officials on there
Yep, they're
checking
trying to
on
make sure
their
he's okay.
crew, make sure that he's all right.
How far was that run for Noel that time?
I had it at 35.
35, okay.
So I'm sure we do not have an alternate official
No, not at this
available
point.
at this point, but finals you would have.
Yep.
So they'll go for the extra point. 3:21 remaining in the first half. Foster, Allman, and Burns in the backfield. Looks like Burns again. Did he get it?
No good.
No good. Okay, run no good. So, with 3:21 to go in the first half, folks, it's the Kentwood Falcons 44, the Holt Rams nothing. We'll be right back after this message.
First inspires in young people, their schools and communities, an appreciation of science and technology, and an understanding that mastering these can enrich the lives of all. First designs accessible, innovative programs to build self-confidence, knowledge, and life skills, while motivating young people to pursue opportunities in science, technology, and engineering. For more information, please contact Wyoming, Godwin, and Kellogg'sville Public Schools. Thank you.
Well, we're pleased to have a number of underwriters again this weekend. We have Michigan Building Mechanical, Pines Golf Course, Pet Supplies Plus, and Pioneer Construction. So we're very happy to have those folks on board to support student athletes. Thanks again to those underwriters. This is our last football telecast of the season, but we'll be around, I think, the week of December 10. With boys basketball, and then we'll be picking up girls volleyball. So we got a full program for you, folks. TV 25 every Friday night at 11:30, and again on Saturday mornings at 11, except when we're in playoffs like now.
You know,
Saturday game.
when we stop and think about it, Ray, we started this in August, and here we are in November,
Yep.
and in the semifinals, and who would have ever thunk it?
Yep.
Thunk it.
Picked up
That's a
back
good
there
word.
on about the 19-yard line,
Number
coming
82.
this way. That's a no-name
Yep.
player.
That's
that
number
we have,
13,
number 82.
Chris Harris for East Kentwood brought him down on a very nice tackle.
We'll have to see if we can get a number on number 80, name on number 82 at halftime.
Let's kind of go down a little memory lane here for a minute, though, Ray. You know, when you stop and think of the games that we've done this year, having South Christian, having Wyoming Park, Lee, Kentwood, Godwin, Kellogg'sville, you know, we've really seen some excellent football. And I think once again, just by the sheer numbers that are left in the semifinals today, West Michigan football is excellent football.
It sure is. From the shotgun, Eisler.
Kentwood's back in their four-man defensive line.
Looking, he's got his man.
Yep.
That's Chris Smith. Again, he's had a couple receptions for a lot of. No, that's number
number
3.
three.
That
That's
time.
Derek.
That's
Derek Vave.
5.
Yep.
Hey, first down into Falcon territory at about the 37.
Holt now is moving the ball. They've got to try to score, even though the score is 44-0. It just helps them to get a score before the half.
Get some momentum.
Yep.
Now, Eisler can throw the football. There's no
very
doubt
well.
about that. He's a sophomore, by the way.
Yes. He has the wind to his back. The sun is out, so that the lights, of course, are still on here at the field. But what a beautiful, beautiful day for football.
From the shotgun, trips right. Man split wide left. Dropping straight back. Pressure on him. He's gonna get it away, but no. No good.
The receiver there was number 99.
Yeah, but I'm not sure he
Keith
was
Lane.
eligible.
Well, he's listed as an end, so I think he's okay.
I guess he is.
Yep.
Okay, it'll be 2nd and 10.
He starts to scramble. The backs for Kentwood played it very, very well. And the lineman coming in, being chased by number 51 there for Kentwood. That's Justin Berry.
Stop. Clock stops at 2:38 with the incomplete pass. So once again, trips right, man split wide left. You're right, 99 is the tight end on this side. Keith Lane. On the shotgun. Quick throw out here to Chris Smith, trying to get one-on-one. He's got him again. He's got his hand in the face mask there. I don't know whether he was grabbing a hold of it. Maybe he had the hand open. But anyway, it's a reception. Gain of about 6, 7. Going to be 3rd down 3. Good stiff arm used there.
Yep.
So 2:30 to go now. Clock stopped with the out of bounds. Same
Kentwood is
formation.
back in that 4-man front. Actually is now really up there to a 6-man.
Eisler dropping back, pressure, throws it, gets rid of it, caught out there. That's number 82.
He's brought down by number 20, Tremaine.
Well, the PA announcer says 82, number 82 too. He's got a no-name player too,
Yep.
I guess. So I thought I could pick it up from him. But
Number 23, Ron Burns. He shot the gap there, and he almost had him in the backfield. Just at the very last moment, was able to release it.
1st and 10. You can see the ball resting right on the 25-yard line. Again, shotgun. He's got one man in tight with him. Rolling left. Looking, he's going to go up the middle. He's got some running room to the right side. If he gets a block over there, he could go in. He does.
He did.
Touchdown.
Let's see if we got a replay on this.
25-yard run by Mikkel Eisler.
He takes the ball here. You'll see him in the shotgun. He goes to his left. He has no receiver. He goes in there. Now he breaks to the right. And there's a wall right there. A couple of good blocks. Number 99 threw a good block for him. And, of course, he made the necessary lunge into the end zone. That brings the score 44-6 with 1:54 left to go.
So we'll see whether they kick or go for it. Tom Griffith comes in, number 2. Their place kicker is Chris Smith, number 7, but they're going to go for it. They split 2 men wide left, 1 man right. Smith is to the right. Vive is to the left. Quarterback keeper, and he's into it.
Yep.
He's got it. So Eisler on the keeper.
He went over right tackle, so he was coming right over there, right over right tackle. Mike Adams and Steve Poirier.
Take a look at it right here. It's a run play all the way. He didn't even look for a receiver. So we'll take a break for a public service announcement. The score, 44-8 with 1:54 remaining in the first half. We'll be right back, right after this message.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine.
In these turbulent times, let us not erode the liberties our country was built on.
Let it shine.
Well, back here at Everett High School in Lansing, 1:54 remaining, and the Holt Rams get on the board, which is a big thing for them just before halftime here, Jim. They were trailing 44-0, 44 unanswered points, and now they're on the board, and at least they can talk about something. They go in. It looks like they're going to go for the onside here.
Little onside kick there. Number
Good
51,
job.
yes.
Good job. Justin Berry, great job. Grabs it, goes to the ground with it, says, hey, fellas, we'll take over right here.
You know, one of the things that was a real big play for Holt to score. I mean, even though the score is 44-8, and Kentwood certainly has control over the game, but it really meant a lot to the coaching staff and to the kids themselves to know that they can score.
Mm-hmm.
From a coach's perspective, you're just going to now work on the little things at halftime, and what you're trying to do now is you're just trying to keep everybody from jumping ship. You want the kids to stay focused. You don't want them to get too downhearted, and just, keep them in the ball game as much as possible. It's important for Kentwood now just to take the ball and control the ball. Don't give it up.
Alman,
Right
straight up the middle.
Yep.
Got a yard or so, and that's about it. See Foster carrying out the fake over there on the on the left side, gets tackled 5 yards down the field, or 10 yards down the field.
Yeah, number 40, Matt Brady for Holt. He's playing right up there in the middle of the line, and he met Noel head on. Got some help from the interior defensive line there for Holt, but number 40 played it very, very well.
Second down, 9.
Minute and 20 seconds to go and a half.
Actually, call it 10. It's 9.5. Noel again.
Yeah, right up the middle.
Up. Nothing fancy. There's a
flag right there.
I think that's a late
number
hit.
50. No, number 50 through number 58. Yep, you'll see it right here. Number 50.
Face mask. Yep.
Yep.
So that's going to hurt him.
And really what it was called on number 50, throwing number 58. It's Rick Teitman. You watch this play here. You see him right here, then he just throws him right down. Yep.
So anyway, it's first down for the Falcons.
It's good to see the officials take control of this game because you do not want this game to get out of control. 44-8, it could get very ugly.
Clock running, 1 minute to go in the first half. Foster, Burns, and Alman in the backfield with Corey Saunders. Saunders, keeper, coming left side. He's going nowhere.
Fumble
Drops
the ball.
the football, picked up by number 6, Chris Mays. And so the Holt Rams will take over. Take a look at it right here.
Yep, you'll see it.
Corey
comes
going to
around
come
here.
to the right with it on his hip, and a good job of cutting the play off. And then
Number 28. They got Corey over on the sideline right now, and Corey's very upset over something. I'm not sure what's going on down there. But number 51 and let's see, 51 and 50, what is it, 59, they got Corey off to the side and calming him down. He's a very upset individual right now.
Now, right here, if you're Kentwood, you do not want the Rams to score.
You can't let them score.
Get 2 scores in a row and pick up momentum.
Yeah, we don't want a replay of that Muskegon
throwing down
game.
the middle.
Oh, Matt Cholito had it
almost
in his hands.
had it.
Matt had it right in his hands. Yeah, immediately you think of the last week just before half with Muskegon when they scored.
Yep.
You don't want that to happen again.
Nope.
Even though the score is 44-8.
Nope. So second down and 10 for the Rams.
46-yard line the ball's on.
They split 2 men wide right, 3 men to the right. Plus Cole Maltinsky is in the slot. Shotgun, rolling right. He's got Maltinsky blocking for him. Back, throwing down. Almost intercepted.
Oh, nice play by number 20.
Yep.
Tremaine Rembert. Nice play.
Got a finger on it.
Very nice.
Chris Smith was down there. Smith is a pretty good receiver.
Yes.
We don't have any stats on the guys, but he looks to be pretty tall. He can elevate, obviously.
Yes. And again, the quarterback, as you said, is only a sophomore, so probably this is the first time in his career he's ever been put in this situation.
Yep. Third down, 10 for the Rams. Split 2 men wide right, 2 men left. Quick toss out here. Caught, but incomplete. Intended for Ben Siebert. So it's just as good he did drop it because it stopped the clock, because otherwise the clock would have kept going with 24 seconds. They had no gain anyway.
So you got, what is it here, fourth and 10.
Yep. 24 seconds remaining first half, 44-8 in favor of Kentwood. And look for him to go, they got to get down to about the 42, 43-yard line, so you can look for somebody to go rather deep here. 2 men split wide right, 2 left.
And they're stacked right behind each other. You see that?
Throw down the middle. Caught. He's got the first down. Inside about the 42-yard line. Take a look at it.
Number
first
82
down.
for Holt. Again, we don't have that name with that number. Timeout for Holt. That's their second timeout.
So Holt takes their second timeout, and we'll take a timeout. Remind you, we are WKTV TV 25. We're your high school sports channel with 17 seconds remaining in the first half, 44-8.
There are people with a calling. Most serve 1 weekend a month and 2 weeks a year. Earning money for college. Protecting their community. In the Army National Guard, you can.
Back here at Everett High School in Lansing. Semifinals in Division I. The Kentwood Falcons against the Holt Rams. I'm Ray Pueller along with Jim Zankel. Just having a great time here today, and as we have all season, Jim.
Oh, yeah, this is a culmination of a great season. We saw some excellent football all year long with some great teams, and it's a tribute to the coaching staff and to the kids of all the school districts that we participated in this year for the wonderful job they did. Holt's going for the numbers.
It's going to be intercepted
by number 22.
Nathaniel Reed.
Yep.
No, they're going to call it incomplete now as the ball went to the ground. Doesn't matter. It's 9 seconds to go. Take a look at it.
Boy, I didn't
it looked
see
like
that.
he had it.
Yeah, I did too. I didn't see him drop it.
Yeah, it went to the ground, but it's a question of whether it was a fumble or incomplete.
Yep.
The official ruled it incomplete. Take a look here. There it goes. Well,
yep.
I look like a catch and a fumble.
I thought so too. That's what I was just going to say.
We don't argue with him. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Now there's 9 seconds, so this could be the last play of the first half, barring any penalties. They split two men.
Kentwood's in a 3-man defensive line, and they've got everybody in the back field just not letting them score.
2 men split wide right. The man moved.
Yep.
Defensive man faked a blitz, and the left guard or left tackle jumped for Holt, and so they're going to go.
What is that, number 76? Is that his number there? Can't see.
And they're going to have to put 1 second back on the clock. It was 9 seconds, but
number 66 there.
There they do. They
Yep,
put it
that's
back.
Steve Poirier. Steve Poirier moved. So you're back down to 9 seconds. Scores 44-8. And Holt's got the ball.
The official has control of the clock on the field. He's got a remote there. He just put 1 second back on.
Right.
So 2nd down and 15.
This is it.
Once again, Kentwood looking to blitz. It's down there. It's caught and it's dropped.
Oh, 3 seconds still.
Chris Smith. So with 3 seconds, we'll have another play. Barring a penalty. Take a look at it. He can throw the football.
Oh, yeah. That's very evident on that play. He throws it down there. What is that? That's almost 40 yards. Almost 40 yards in the air. Nice pass.
You see the shadows there because the sun's shining. Beautiful day here.
A little chilly, but I'll tell you, it's absolutely gorgeous for November 23rd. All of us can remember November 23rd when there's 6 inches of snow on the ground. This is it. This is the last play of the first half.
3rd 15.
Number 72 is chasing him.
Throwing the Hail Mary. Way down. Broken up down there again by number 22. Yep. That's Nathaniel Reed.
Nice
and
job.
that's the end of the first half. So we played 1 half here at Everett High School in Lansing, and the score is the Kentwood Falcons 44, the Holt Rams 8. We'll be back with a second half right after this message. We're WKTV TV 25.
With one person with a desire to serve, they join with others across the nation, citizen soldiers on a mission to protect and defend country and community. Most serve 1 weekend a month and 2 weeks a year to become part of something greater than themselves. Can you see yourself in this picture? Call 1-800-GO-GUARD or visit www.1800goguard.com. In the Army National Guard, you can.
Well, back here at halftime at Everett High School in Lansing, Michigan, on a bright, sunshiny day, and the sun has been shining on the Falcons all first half, Jim, no doubt about it, as they went up early with 9:39 to go in the first half. Noel Alman went 55 yards for the score, and then just a couple minutes later, or 3 minutes later to be exact, he went 46 yards, is up 16-0. And then what really, I think, hurt the Holt as much as anything was when Eric Foster picked up the fumble at the 30-yard line and ran it in and put it up 24-0.
Well, you know, before the ball game, we talked about the fact that this was an emotional time for the kids in the early stages of the game, and the team that could control their emotions and keep everything in check is the team that's going to take control. And it was very, very evident to everybody in the stands. Kentwood came out in total control. Not only Noel, but, I mean, they controlled the line of scrimmage, and they had a greater degree of composure. We got some statistics here that I think are interesting, Ray. Noel carried the ball 13 times for a total of 240 yards and 5 touchdowns. That puts him 6 points shy of breaking the school record of John Ains Sr. Now we got to differentiate here the John Ains.
Right.
A few years ago we had a John Ains Jr. John Ains Sr. played in the late 70s, early 80s at Kentwood, and he had a total of 278 points. And right now, Noel has a total of 272 points. So 6 more points, and he will actually break the school record.
Chris Smith kicking off. Oh, it's a short kick, but it didn't go 10 yards.
Did not go 10 yards.
So it'll be Falcon football in Holt territory at the 48-yard line. That's I'm not sure I go along about. I don't want to second guess coaches, but you give up too much field position this way, Jim. Unless trying to get the football. Well, I know you want to come out and get momentum to start the third quarter, but so anyway.
With the score at 44-8, I think probably Coach Smith over here at Holt is looking at all the different options that he got. I agree with you. I would have kicked the ball long. I would
Especially
not.
with the wind at your back.
Yeah, the wind's at your back. I'd let him start off at the 20-yard line and go from there. The real interesting thing right now, Ray, is to watch this first couple series for Kentwood. Let's see if there's a letdown here of these kids, and let's see if John Shalito and his staff could bring them back. Oh, we had number 5.
Yep. Well, there's movement in the backfield.
This is the signs that the coaches are looking for. Are we going to lose our focus? Are we going to lose our attention? Are we no longer going to be concentrating on what's going on around us?
Well, as you mentioned, for the first start of the ball game, momentum and intensity, and that's the same here in the second half.
Oh, yes.
You want to come out and make a statement early and gain control of the football game in the second half. So it's going to be first down and 15, mark it at the 47-yard line of the Falcons. They've got Foster, Elmon, and Hinton in the backfield along with Corey Sanders. They'll alternate Ron Burns in there with Foster or Hinton sometimes. Right up the middle, Almon's got 5. He's back to the original line of scrimmage, down to about the 48-yard line of the Rams.
The thing that the coaches, of course, are going to watch and look for here, you don't want to put your team in a position here where you start getting sloppy and you start doing some things that you don't normally do in a game situation. Keeping in mind the fact that Kentwood certainly has control of the game, the chances are very, very good. Of course, they'll be in the state finals. You don't want anybody to get hurt. So it's a ball game where Coach Shalito and his staff have to keep the kids going, but still yet you got to be very, very careful.
2nd and 11. Hinton, right side, gets nowhere.
Brought down by number 45 there for Holt. Real nice tackle. That's Kevin Allen.
I watched Corey Saunders get up a little slow there. He took a pretty good hit himself. Not Saunders, Foster, I mean. They've got 4 great running backs along with Corey Saunders, and you don't want either one of them hurt with it going into possibly a final game at the Silverdome. So 3rd down and 10. See what they do here. Don't look for him to pass, folks.
You got 4.
Don't do it that much.
Holt's in a 4-man defensive line. Oh,
This
nice
side,
opening.
Kyle Hinton.
Nice opening.
Got the first down, breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, breaks another tackle. He's in for the touchdown.
Three tackles, 3 attempts, and they're right there. Here's a replay. Watch this right here. We'll count them as they come off. He comes right over here. They're coming around the right side. Nice block there. All right, there's 1. All right, there's 2. There's 3.
And
he's into the end zone.
48-yard run. Kyle Hinton.
10 minutes and 32 seconds left on the clock.
Well,
what were we just saying, Ray, that we don't want the kids to be too complacent?
Yeah.
Well, I guess that took care of that.
50-8. So we've got Hinton, Elmon, and Foster in the backfield going for the extra point here now. Looks like up the middle. Good.
And he's in.
Noel Elmon, good for the extra point. It's 52-8. We'll be right back right after this message with 10:32 to go in the third period.
The passage is intense, but if you complete the journey, you will find your destiny among the world's greatest warriors. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Well, 10:32, not a minute and a half gone off the clock, and already the Falcons are on the board in the second half. Again, that onside kick they tried and failed, given field position, and it just, you just don't give the Falcons that kind of field position.
Let me pick your memory a minute here, Ray. Remember last week, Muskegon?
Yeah.
Kentwood had that unfortunate fumble, and Muskegon went in and scored. And we both said at that time how the kids are going to react. And Kentwood took the ball and marched right down the field and scored.
99 yards, I believe.
Yeah, I believe it was. I believe you're right. So here we are now. We start out the second half, and we're wondering the same thing. Of course, they got total control of the game, whether or not they could keep their focus, keep their momentum going. And what do? They just, 3 plays later, Kyle Hinton goes in and scores.
Well, the Rams will take over on their own 40. Trailing 52-8 with 10:02 remaining in the third period, early on in the second half here. Shotgun, and obviously gonna throw
overthrow
this half.
Yep.
Good job of defensing, but downfield by Tremaine Rembert.
I feel real bad. That young man has been in play, and number 82 has been involved in several plays. We don't have his name.
Neither does the press box.
No, I
so
know.
I don't know what's
nowhere around there.
I didn't have to go back to my the data I got from the coach, but
I've got it right here in front of me, Ray. Nothing there.
Not on that one
nope,
either.
Nope.
Okay. Well, sorry. He dropped it. He was open. He was open. Ben Siebert had the first down, but he dropped it on the 45-yard line of the Falcons. So it's going to be third. And 10. They haven't changed the down marker yet. Now they do. Same formation. 2 men split wide right, 2 men split wide right. Oh, Foster jumped. Obviously they're blitzing. Oh, it's offside defense. Going to walk off 5. It'll be third down and 5.
Those kind of mistakes just don't make the coaching staff happy. They're just they're foolish mistakes, and they're mistakes that just show a lack of concentration, and certainly the coaches don't want that to happen in a game like this.
2 men split wide left out here with just Danielle Rembert, Danny Reynolds, the only defensive guy out here.
Oh, nice tackle over there on the other side. That was number 23.
Chris Smith was
Ron
a receiver.
Burns. Ron Burns may have actually hurt himself on that one.
He's getting
coming
up slowly.
Slow.
He's getting up slow. They're going with no huddle here now with a quick offense.
Yep.
I don't know how effective Burns is out there right now.
Yep.
So again, from the shotgun with 2 men split wide right and left, they're going to try and get as many plays in as possible here in that this second half.
Ball's thrown behind
again,
him.
Dropped over the middle. And you saw over here, I don't know whether you saw it or not, but the gentleman over here, Ben Siebert, was pretty open here on the left side.
Yep.
They're putting 2 men out here, but Kenwood's only got Reynolds on him.
Mm-hmm.
And
so
they have to get help
man
either
in the slot.
You have to either get help from Foster, or otherwise Burns coming over, or the other man coming over from the center. There's complete down the
Number
middle.
99.
That's to the big tight end, Keith Lane. And he's down to about the 32-yard line.
It's very evident what Holt is doing now. They're going to put the ball in the air. They are not going to go to the huddle. They're going to go to the quick offense. And Kentwood is just going to have to adjust and compensate for what's taking place out there on the field.
Well, he's calling all audibles. Same formation every time.
Yep, they're just going to put the ball in the air.
And now he's going to run with it.
Yep.
He's getting to the outside. He's down
Nice
to the
open field
25.
tackle, number 5.
He's got a gain of about 7. It's going to be second down and 7, or second down and 3, rather.
Yep.
Clock running with 6:59 to go in the third period. We say he, we mean Mikkel Eisler is the quarterback. Same formation. Quick throw out to the left side. That's Chris Smith and went right through his fingers. Obviously didn't look the ball into his hands.
Of course, one of the concerns that the Holt coaching staff's got on a play like that is they got to make sure that that receiver is in front, because if he's behind and that ball drops down, that's a lateral.
That's right. Same formation again. Blitz. Oh, Eisler coming left side, picking his way, getting some running room. Down inside the 20 to about the 18. He's got the first down. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Holt Rams at the 18. This drive started at their own 40.
You know, Ray, one thing with the advent of the new rules, if you take a look at the clock, they are playing with what's called a running clock now. With the score 52 to 8, the clock now does not stop in normal conditions.
Okay. Quick out. Out here to the left side, that's Ben Siebert.
Yep.
He's out of bounds now.
Our cameraman down there got in the way a little bit there, and he got into some of the action. I don't know if we got a replay of our cameraman down there.
Gary Van de Velde.
Yeah, I know it.
Gary
was down there. Yeah, Gary threw a good block.
Take a look at it
Let's
right
see
here.
Gary. Look at Gary. Gary moves pretty good for it. Oh, look at that guy. Oh, Twinkle Toes, we're going to start calling him.
Same formation, going right.
Number 5.
Quarterback
Yes,
Eisler down inside the 5 to about the 4.
Yeah, somebody's got to tell Gary that, we can get another cameraman, but we can't get another camera. So, Twinkle Toes Gary, we're going to call him.
I think it's just the other way around.
Is that how it is?
I think so. That's my bet.
I'm sure you're right.
Okay. We got first down and goal at the 3.
Thank you.
He's down to the goal line. He's in.
He's in, yeah.
He being Eisler. So 3-yard run by Mikkel Eisler. With 4 minutes and 55 seconds remaining in the third period. Take a look at it. Just squirms his way in.
Well,
good job of running.
What they're doing now is they're catching the Kentwood defense really not set. They're taking advantage of their inability to adjust right now, and so Holt's lining up really with no huddle, which is moving the play along a lot faster than what Kentwood would like. They're losing the actual control of the line of scrimmage.
Eisler gives off to
number 24.
Colton.
He did not make it. Nope, he did not make it.
Run no good. So the score, 52-14 in favor of the Falcons. We'll be right back after this message. We're WKTV TV 25. Well, back here at Everett High School in Lansing, 4:55 remaining third period. It's 52-14. Now the lead is back to 38 points, so I assume we go back to a stop clock.
I believe so, yes.
Yeah.
I think the break-off is
It's
40 points.
I think it is, yeah.
I think you're right.
So
I wasn't sure that they did that in the tournament play, but
I wasn't either because
no.
I didn't know.
No.
I know in regular
Yeah.
season. Now in boys basketball this year, they have eliminated the rule, so there is no mercy rule in boys basketball this year.
Now we'll see if he's going to kick it all the way.
Nope.
No, it went to another one.
This time it's loose and it's covered.
Yep.
I think Chris Smith has it and Holt has it.
Yes.
At the 43-yard line.
See, number 7, that's Chris Smith recovered the kick, so If you got a chance here to see it, just watch it now.
Yep.
You know, Ray, if I'm not mistaken, and you go back in the season, didn't Granville have 2 successive onside kicks in the regular season game that we telecast?
And Muskegon tried it too, and Jennison tried it against them. Several teams have tried it,
Yeah,
and some of them were successful.
Well,
I gotta say that.
Granville, I remember,
2
had
in a row.
Two in a row, right.
Right from the opening kickoff of the ball game, I believe it was.
Yep.
So
there he is right there.
Eisler's struggling, throwing deep. Throws it up. He's got his man out of bounds at the 19.
Yep, number 22.
Now, we do still have a running clock, Jim. It's still running. It must be 35 points.
Yeah.
Take a look at this. It's a long throw down. He's struggling. Look at this. Falling backward, getting rid of it, got rid of it.
Yep.
Good throw. Good strong arm.
Yep. For a sophomore, he's doing a nice job.
Yes. And he's a big, tall guy. Thrown into the end zone. No, overthrown. Defended double coverage out there by the Falcons. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 at the 20. 3:30 to go in the third period.
One of the things that, again, is very noticeable in a situation like this, Holt really has nothing to lose and everything to gain. So they've thrown out their original game plan. They're just going to put the ball in the air.
Back to throw. Pressure put on by Hinton. He's rolling right side. Goes down at the 10. He's got the first down, though, I believe. We'll see where they mark it. Referee's got to take a look at it. He does. He says it's first down inside the 10, so it'll be 1st and goal for the Holt Rams. 2:50 remaining in the third period now.
Rick Tiedemann comes out. Matt Cableman goes in for the Falcons.
Eisler stays in the pocket this time.
Now
He
he's
goes
gonna
trying to
run-
run
oh,
up
he's
the middle.
brought
He's
down.
caught right
Oh,
there
he's
and
brought
dropped for a
down,
loss of about 4 yards. It's number 68.
Number 68. That's Matt Cableman, who just went in the ball game. Just put him in the ball game and made a tackle right there. That's a loss there of, about 3 yards, 4 yards.
So it'll be 2nd down and goal. Mark it at the 14. You can see the Kentwood defense really spread out in that backfield. Looking throw out here.
Knocked down by number 5.
It's incomplete.
No, incomplete event. Number 5 did a nice job.
He's trying to get it out to Ben Siebert out here in the flat again. They put Siebert out there along with number 3. That's Derek Vive. And if he can get the ball to him, then he's got a blocker in front of him. But it was knocked down. He's going to run with it. Eisler. He's down to about the 10, and that's it. It's going to be 4th and goal at the 10. Clock running with 1:40 remaining third period. So he's got to get it in the end zone. Can't get a first down without it. Can he? Nope. Well, they got the down marker standing up there on the sideline. They should lay him down. So
They
it's
should 4th down.
Yeah, it's confusing to the fans. Looking, throwing into the corner of the end zone. Caught, touchback.
Number 28 intercepted that for the Falcons. That's Dan Reynolds.
So Dan Reynolds intercepts. The Falcons will take over at their own 20 with good field position again.
Watch how Dan plays this. He really played the ball and played the man very, very well. He actually decoyed himself into a situation there, and the ball was thrown, and I'm sure the quarterback thought he was wide open. He played it. Now watch, see how he plays this. Slid right over there, right in front of him. Nice play by Dan Reynolds.
So Holt takes the first time out of the second half, so let's take our first break of the second half. This is WKTV TV 25. We're your high school sports channel for Wyoming, Kentwood, and Gaines. We'll be right back.
Education is the key that opens a door to endless opportunities, adventures, and experiences. Without education, life is a continuing cycle of closed doors. This message brought to you by the United States Air Force, because we know the value of a good education.
Well, back here at Everett High School in Lansing, Jim, we already know that East Grand Rapids will be at the Silver Dome. South Christian was leading at halftime. Wayland was leading, and Kent was leading. So we may have a great weekend for West Michigan next weekend.
And I want to tell you right now, I think that's a very, very great representation of West Michigan football. When you take a look at, in the state of Michigan, And to have this caliber of football played on our state side is just phenomenal.
Then you got Hopkins yet, too. We haven't heard from them. Straight up the middle, Noel Alman up to about the 27, 28-yard, gain of 7.
There's something going on out there with this umpire. I don't know if the umpire is just in a position where he can't see the blocks or what. That's the second time now that he's been knocked down. See on this replay here, watch. See, there he goes right there, bam. He gets knocked down again, so twice the umpire has been knocked down. That's too bad.
He's talking to the back judge.
He's talking to the back judge.
Saying, what am I doing wrong here?
Pretty soon we're going to have 2 back judges.
Yeah. There, look at 8, 9 men up front again.
Oh, yeah.
Watch out. If they break it, look,
back,
here it is.
There's that.
He almost
nice
did.
Tackle. Nice tackle by, what is that, number 1? Yeah, that's number 1, T.J. Majeski.
On Ron Burns.
Yep, number 23.
We've seen that so often where teams load up that front, that line. Yep. And, of course, they were trying to stop the first down. But I'll tell you, we've seen it where once you get past that first wall, they're gone.
Yep.
That's the end of the third period here at Everett High School. And the score, Kentwood 52, Holt 14. We'll be right back after this.
My dad is a hero. He goes into places normal people want to get away from. He rescues families, makes everyone safe. But the best thing he can do is come home.
The U.S. Fire Administration reminds you to protect the heroes who protect our lives. Have a smoke alarm on every floor. Test it monthly.
Pretty soon,
replace the battery yearly. Do your part to get out before they have to come in.
Well, we've played 3 quarters here at Everett High School, and the Kentwood Falcons are taking a big step towards the Silver Dome as they lead it 52-14. We don't want to call it, of course, but it certainly looks pretty good. And we mentioned the teams that are in good position to get to the Silver Dome. We didn't mention Hopkins. We didn't get a score on them yet, but there's another team with Rex Weaver.
Correct.
Just another great season.
Outstanding coach. You know, I just, during that little break there, I just took a real quick count here. On the roster sheet I've got, Ray, I've got 23 seniors. 23 seniors on that Kentwood team. And what a thrill it is for these young men.
Yep.
The football season right now, they win this ball game, they'll be 13-0. And there's a fumble.
We'll see who's got that. Holt, of course, pointing one direction. And Ron Burns is also pointing that way, saying, yep, they got it. So they will take over and see where they mark it. It's on the 33-yard line.
You'll see Corey just backs out of there. Ball snaps up, see, and he's got it. Never really had quite control of it. And it just slipped right out of his hands. What are we on there? What do we say it was? The
33.
33.
Mark our little stat sheet here. Not that it makes too much difference, but.
But again, I want to finish my thought there. Just, these 23 seniors finishing their year. What a great thrill it is. And again, what a memory for high school football at its best.
Shalito and Hinton in the backfield, Hinton with the tackle.
They just came after him. Good.
But give Shalito the credit. He made the initial contact in the backfield. He was in there early. Watch it right here.
Yeah, you'll see.
He's number 12.
Matt comes in there right from his linebacker spot. Comes right in there on the right side, and there he is. He makes the initial contact,
and he forces him out.
Kyle comes right there, and then number 51 for Kentwood comes in. That's Justin Berry, and he puts the finishing touches on it.
Loss of 5, second down, 15. Spread formation again. Throw over the middle. No, the receiver slipped down, and that's Derek Vive. Slipped, so it's going to be 3rd and 15. Well, we'll call it 16. That's what the scoreboard's got. Oh, clock is still running. 10:22 remaining. Spread formation, drop back. He's rolling left. He's got some running room. Hinton's got a hold of him. Al Foster comes in. They take him out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. And they'll keep the clock running with 10 minutes now to go.
Number 51, Justin Berry, came in there from his lineman position and really flushed him out of the pocket. Nice job there.
3rd down, 13 at the 35. Trips right now. Lone receiver on the left side is Chris Smith. Eisler will take the direct snap. Pressure out here on the left side. Caught? No. Broken up nicely.
Good play. Number 28 really did a nice
Dan
job.
Reynolds in on it.
Dan Reynolds, yep.
Also back there to help out was Justin Leak, number 25. I believe he had the interception earlier, didn't he?
He did, yep.
So the ball will go over to Kentwood. And the official timeout as we have change of possession here now.
Kentwood's
well,
ball.
we had an injury.
Number 84.
Had one, huh?
Number 84, that's Ben Siebert.
Yeah,
he got shook up there.
Shook up over there, and Derek Vi was with him, and so the trainer's going to walk him off. Well, reminder, you see the graphic right there. 21 years of high school sports coverage here on WKTV, and just been a pleasure to be a part of it those 21 years. Love it, every minute of it. Had some great ball games over those years. 1st and 10 for the Falcons, their own 35. Clock running with 9:15 to go in the ball game. They'll keep it on the ground. Alman. No, 32 is in there.
Oh, he just broke a tackle there, broke another tackle.
Nikos Rosser.
Rosser. Yep. He's one of those 12. Nikos is one of those seniors that we talked about, and a young man that absolutely almost sprung it for a touchdown. Number 45, Ramos Haynes, is checking into the lineup. John is making sure now that he's got all the kids coming in. Everybody's going to get plenty of time, plenty of playing time.
All the seniors in there.
Yep.
Now let's see. We've got a new quarterback.
Number 28. That's Dan Reynolds.
Dan Reynolds is the quarterback for Kentwood now. Give off this side. Number 20.
Number 20.
You got to pick up that.
That's Tremaine Rembert. Yep. At halftime, I was talking with Bill Joseph, the president of the Kentwood School Board, and we were talking about Tremaine's older brother who played at Kentwood, played basketball at Kentwood, went on to Grand Valley and played there. And again, this is a very, very athletic family in Kentwood. And every one of these young people, Tremaine's sister is, as we had indicated earlier, on the girls basketball team playing just outstanding, and as we understand is going to go on to college and play there. So again, the Rembrandt family is just outstanding representation of good people that we have in the city of Kentwood.
Rosser was the ball carrier. He got about the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. It's going to be 2nd down and 8. Clock running with 7:34 to go. So we got to put some names on the chart here now.
Yeah, we're going to get some new numbers, new names, and in fact, the whole offensive line in there is all new. The kids are getting a chance in anticipation of going to the Silver Dome.
Dan Reynolds, 28, the quarterback.
Number 23.
Right side.
Ron Burns carried the ball that time.
Yep.
You know, Ray, let's just go down kind of a little nostalgic lane here just a moment, you know. You stop and think about it. How many young people play high school athletics? You know, you talk about us covering it now for 21 years, and how many of these young people that you have seen and I have seen have an opportunity to play for the state championship?
Not very many.
I mean, it's just phenomenal. It's just a great, great experience.
Give up the middle. That's number 45 in there now. That's Ramos Haynes.
See, this is what I'm talking about right there. Now, number 85 took a shot at number 28, and the referee stands right there and watches it. No flag, nothing. He's got to be careful. I mean,
for a playoff game, you know, and I don't say this because we're way ahead or anything. That's nothing to do with it. But this crew has not had control of this football game.
Absolutely.
I
couldn't agree with you more. They've let this thing get out of hand, and really, it's very, very fortunate that no one has gotten hurt. But it isn't because these officials have been on top of it, I'll tell you that. Very disappointed.
Clock running now with 6 minutes as the Holt Rams take over at their own 22-yard line. You know me, Jim. I don't criticize officials.
Oh, well, none of us do. No, they do a great job. And, again, there's no excuse for this.
Reception by number 24.
Now, see, now he throws a flag. And that's the inconsistency of it right there. Number 23 for Kentwood, Ron Burns. No question he pushed him, but that's been going on all day. and Holt has been doing it repeatedly, and there's no excuse for Ron Burns doing that. And Coach Shalito is right there giving him an earful, but still yet the official had totally inconsistent. That's the sideline judge that did that. And from a coaching perspective, that's very difficult to work with the kids and keep them focused in the game and let them know what's expected of them.
The best game is when you don't even know the officials are there.
Absolutely.
Same with us.
Yep. And, of course, John right there let Burns know that that's not acceptable.
Rolling left, Eisler completes it.
Brought down by the host of Falcon tacklers.
That's Ben Siebert. Ben's dropped a couple before, but did a good job of receiving that one.
Good to see him back in the lineup because that's the young man that earlier was injured and they had to help off the field.
5:12 to go. Well, 5 minutes now. Clock running. The Falcons are going to go on to the Silverdome.
No question.
I think I can say that with 5 minutes to
No
go on a
question.
running clock. Thrown down here,
Yep,
caught by
7.
Chris Smith.
And then dropped. Incomplete. You'll see it right over here. He comes over here to the right.
Well, it's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Rams.
He had
at
the ball in
50.
his hands and then dropped it.
We've had a running clock here for most of the second half. Oh, well, the man stumbled and tripped down there on the sideline. I don't know what happened, but he lost his footing, and the ball went incomplete. So it's going to be 3rd and 10 now.
You know, with the sun coming out here, and of course it's absolutely a beautiful, beautiful fall day. This field has held up very, very well. And the people here at Lansing Everett are to be commended for not only their hospitality, but also their facilities and just their general professionalism throughout the whole day.
Back to throw. Eisler, pressure on him. Takes a pretty good hit right at the 45-yard line.
I don't know if we have a replay on that or not, fellas, but you're going to see number 7 for Kentwood. That's Marcus Taylor. Marcus Taylor breaks through and is almost in a position to make the tackle when number 51 for Holt actually tackles him and brings him down, which prevents him from making the tackle right in front of the referee, and no flag is thrown, nothing. That's the inconsistency that I was referring to earlier.
Approaching the 3-minute mark now. A quick out. Right through the fingers.
Yep.
Once again, drop passes. And there's been a number of those on the part of the Holt offensive guys. That's that no-name number 82.
That's that no-name. Number 82, no-name. Less than 3 minutes. Less than 3 minutes, and the Falcons will be in the Silverdome.
And they'll run this clock out. You know, they take a timeout right here to talk for John Shillito, an opportunity to talk to him. So let us take a break, maybe hopefully our last one for the afternoon. We'll be right back right after this message. Yes, folks, what you see on the screen is right. It's 52-14, and the Falcons are headed to the Silverdome.
America, America, God shared his grace on thee and crowned thy good with brotherhood. From sea to shining.
Find out what you can do. Contact Volunteers of America today.
Well, I don't know what you meant by the turkey bowl truck. Thanksgiving Day. All-day football on TV 25. Okay, we're going to show you some games we had through the season. All right, that's great. Well, the Falcons now with a football. 1st and 10. As soon as the ball snap, the clock will run. Uh-oh, ball's up in the air. See who's got it. Looks like maybe Holt. Yeah, they keep the clock running anyway. That's what's important here right now. And Holt takes over.
Holt takes over.
This time at their 42. Well, you know, John Shillito called that timeout. I'm going to take a look at it right here.
Yep. That's what is it?
Initial stop is there, and you see somebody come in from the back. And
number 26, Mark Nofke, got hit there and fumbled the ball. Of course, on a cold day like today, and these kids are in the game, their hands are cold and they're difficult to hold on to it. They're going in.
Well, they're helping a player off over on the other side here. I think it's looked like Mazarek. Man, looked like they're dragging him off. What in the world? What are they doing over there? Leave the guy lay and get some help out there. I don't know what his problem is. He's laying face down over there.
Oh, I see him now, yeah.
Yeah. The two guys have practically carried him off the field. Number 50.
Yep. That'd be Matt Mazurek.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I see him just laying there.
So we got 2:24 to go.
Coach Greg Hoogland's got that defensive crew over there, and he's talking to those kids and getting them their last-minute instructions. We've got all young men in there that this is their first time in the ball game throughout the day, and they're just excited to be in there. 2 minutes and 24 seconds to go.
Mikkel Eisler is the quarterback yet. Still staying in there. No reason to play an underclassman at quarterback because he is the underclassman at sophomore.
That's the future of the Holt right there.
And give him all the experience he can get right here now. So the clock will continue to run now. We're approaching the 2-minute mark with 2:05.
Number 67, Zach Bales is going in, senior, going in for the Falcons. Inside linebacker. Kentwood staying in that 4-man front.
Andy Kinney splits wide left
Coach
now.
Shalito calls timeout. Calls timeout with 1:50 left in the game.
Well, let's keep it here and remind you we are WKTV TV 25 and remind you that we will be bringing you high school basketball starting the week of December 10th on Friday nights. We will be covering all the 5 high schools in Wyoming, plus Kentwood and South Christian and Tri-Unity Christian. So that gives us about 8 teams to cover in about 13 weeks. So we got a busy schedule ahead of us, Jim, as we we'll get them all on as we always do. And then, of course, I think, tell me, Davin, have we got a crew for volleyball? I think we have. We've got some people that are, we got a crew that's going to do the volleyball, so we'll be setting up a schedule for that. Starts in January. We'll be bringing you the girls volleyball, so that's a good deal.
Speaking of Tri-Unity Christian, it's really an exciting time right now with when you start thinking about basketball and all these kids and what's coming back. So it's really going to be exciting for all the kids out there. Well, that was off tackle there.
Yep, left side down to 45 in a minute 40 now with the clock running. And well, it's a different thing for us. Of course, when we get basketball, we're inside all the time.
Sure.
But we've had some pretty good facilities to work out of, and want to take the opportunity to thank all the athletic directors in the area, and particularly Bill Jarmo and his crew at East Kentwood, as we've had them on for five times this year, and they're just always great hosts for us. And we had a great time time over at Forest Hill Central for the 2 playoff games we had there. It's just a super setup.
And of course, we can't mention East Kentwood without Nancy Ely.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Nancy Ely does a great job there.
Oh, lady. She is it, isn't she?
And, of course, all these respective high schools, they have their Nancy Elys.
Oh, they do.
I mean, every one of them just do a great job.
You go to Godwin, you got Leslie Carroll. Yep. You go to Rogers, you got Mary Blumenthal.
You bet.
And you got them all over. And they're the ones we rely on.
I think we're coming right down to maybe the last play of the game right here. Okay, there's a flag on a play. It may be an illegal substitution.
Well, no,
he waved it off. He waved it off.
Well, I don't know what.
It was that. It was an illegal substitution. There were 12 men on the field.
Okay. Up the middle.
Number 25 for Holt.
Josh Bossy.
Yep.
Now with 28 seconds to go, we'll see if they snap the ball again or not. I think he's gonna let it run out. No.
Probably gonna call one more play. So the East Kentwood Falcons will be in the state finals next Saturday. I believe the game is at 1 o'clock, Ray.
Yep.
1 o'clock game.
Is it Friday, Saturday or Friday?
Saturday.
Okay.
They're playing Saturday. And of course, this is our last game of the year on television, so Fox will be doing it next week.
There you have it. The final score here at Everett High School is the Kentwood Falcons 52 the Holt Rams 14. We'll be right back with some closing comments right after this message. We're WKTV, TV 25. We're your high school sports channel for Wyoming, Kentwood, and Gaines. Hi, I'm Ray Peeler, sports anchor here at WKTV. We have a need that perhaps you can help us fill. As you know, last year we lost one of our sports announcers in Ed Kotler. His passing left a void in our sportscasting team. If you have experience as a coach or perhaps as an official and would like to become part of the WKTV team, give us a call at the station. The numbers be on the bottom of the screen or later on in the telecast. Give us a call. Perhaps you can help us out. We're looking for someone with basketball experience to telecast girls basketball on WKTV. If you can help us, give us a call. Okay. Thank I think you. we can stop using this BSC. Well, back here at Everett High School in Lansing, Michigan, the final score 52-14. Jim, just an unbelievable start by the Kentwood Falcons, came out and just took charge of this football game.
Well, you know, I think it's just like we talked about before. The team that started out that was under composure, that was focused, that was ready to play the game was the team that was going to come, because we both were in agreement that there was two evenly matched teams. But Kentwood came out and they just took advantage. And, of course, Noel just made literally a mockery in the first, 5 touchdowns, and better than, 200 yards running. And, again, it's just an example of how well balanced this team is and how well coached they are.
Well, that's going to wrap it up for our football season here this year. It's been a great one, the furthest we've ever gone, the semifinals, and we wish we could be with you next week at the Silverdome, but Fox Sports has the rights to those games, and so we cannot go there. But it certainly has been a pleasure covering this team and Coach John Chilito's Falcons and his staff. Congratulations on the win here, and of course we wish him the best next week at the Silverdome.
Absolutely, and again to all the fans of Kentwood and the coaching staff and the players, it's really a thrill to see this, and what a dream come true for a lot of people. And again, Ray, on behalf of the people of Western Michigan, I personally want to take this opportunity to thank you. Your commitment to high school sports and your total professionalism in covering these games is outstanding. And I know the athletes, because I've heard it, and the coaches have told me how much they appreciate seeing these games on television and the exposure. And again, congratulations to you for a job well done.
Well, thank you, Jim, and thank you for helping out this year. You've been a big help.
It was a lot of fun.
You along with Lyle Berry, and it's just been a pleasure. So I do have to mention some crew members here for the last game. Gary Vandervelde, Lee Rigney, Jeremy Medendorp on cameras, John Fry on audio, Tim Medendorf's been our director today, and to Davin Harsela, who all season has jumped through hoops to get us on the air. Davin, thank you. A personal thanks to you for all that you've done. So until the basketball season starts the week of December 10, this is Ray Peeler saying, good day. Be good sports, everybody. Okay, guys.